What's up, YouTube? This is BIG1CS coming at you with an entry video into John, aka jpm11000's 1 year on YouTube giveaway. I actually became aware of Mr. John, aka jpm11000, by way of Mr. Larry Merrick. He did an entry video into this contest, and I watched the video, and then I followed the little URL he posted, and I watched a couple of Mr. John, aka jpm11000's videos, and thought they were pretty good. So I subscribed it, and now I am posting my own video into his 1 year on YouTube giveaway. He requested that you comment below with your answers to his questions. You'll get 1 entry. If you do a video, you get 3 entries. If you do a video dressed as a superhero or villain, you will get 5 entries. So that's what I am doing. Luke, I am not your father. I don't know if you're aware of this, but stormtroopers can't see nothing. Okay, so much clearer and better now. Question number 1. What is your favorite old school Disney film? Well, so I am going to go with The Jungle Book. Although when I was a little kid, The Wonderful World of Disney was on, I think it was every Wednesday night, and that was some top of the line watching, some top of the line TV back when I was a kid. I'm gonna take this off. Oh, look at that! I can wear it like this. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Question number 2. What is the strangest / most exotic pet you have ever had? I was a fish guy. I used to have a big old 60-gallon tank, and in my tank, I had various fish. At one point, I had albino Oscars. Brief little story behind that. I went to Petco one evening after work, and I was looking at the aquariums. I mean, at the fish in the fish section in the aquariums, and I came across this tank that was filled with these albino Oscars, and I asked the guy about them, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're not really selling those because they came in with a group of really sick and dead fish." And I was like, "Huh?" I go, "Well, what if you were to sell them?" And albino Oscars usually sold, I think they were like about 12 to 15 bucks each back then. I don't know what they go for now. I haven't bought any fish in a long time. He goes, I don't know. I go, well, I'll give you 5. There was 6 of them in the tank. I go, I'll give you 5 bucks each. And the guy said, okay. So he sold me the 6 Oscars for $5 each. And he told me that the ones that had come in, I can't remember what it's called right now, but they get these little things around their where they breathe. I can't remember what it's called. And so I went over, and they had some stuff you can put in the tank that'll help clear that up. So I got the 6 Oscars, and I got the little medicine, and I took them home, and I put them in my aquarium, and I put in the medicine. And of the 6, 1 died about 2 days after I got home. 1 died about a week later, but the other 4 lived for about a year and a half. And I actually had to get rid of them because they were too big for my tank. Because you gotta have like you got to have a lot of water for cichlids, ciliads. I don't know what they're called, but Oscars are a form of them. And they had grown to about, when I got them, they're about an inch and a half. And in about a year, they had grown to probably about 5 inches, going on 6 inches. And they were just like totally dominating my whole tank and causing me all kinds of problems. And there was a local pet shop not too far from where I lived, and I had been dealing with that guy a lot over the year, buying stuff from him and changing out my filters and stuff. And I told him about it, and he was like, "Well, I'll take them off your hands." And he bought them off of me for I sold him all four for $20 a piece, and he gave me some store credit too. I've been waiting for this stuff for my filter to come in, a new screen and stuff. So he gave me the screen and stuff. So it worked out pretty good. I also bought these green green puffy fish, green spotted puffy fish. Um, I bought those from a um, different pet store. When I went into the pet store, right, I'm all looking around, and I was like, "Oh, this is some cool looking fish." And I'm talking to the guy about the fish, and he's telling me about them. I'm like, "Oh, those are cool." And then I'm good over this other section, and they got these little crabs. And he's like, "Oh yeah, those things are great in aquariums and stuff. They clean up. They if you have like a fish that dies and goes down to the bottom, they'll eat that and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So I was like, "Well, tell you, give me four of those spotted puffers and give me four of those crabs." And the guy's like, "Okay." So he takes them out, I would bring them home, do the whole thing, get them into the aquarium, and I go into my kitchen to make dinner. I come out and I'm looking at my aquarium and I'm like, I don't see the crabs. I was like, oh man, that's weird. And I realized one of the crabs is already dead, and the other three are hiding behind this rock that I had in my aquarium. I'm like, what the hell? And the puffer fish are all like hovering around the rock. So I pull the rock out to see what's going on with the crabs, and as soon as I pull the rock out, one of the puffer fish bites the crabs, they had little eyes on top of their shells, bites the eyes off of the crabs. And they're attacking and killing the crabs. And I'm like, oh my God. So I got to separate them. But by the time I'm able to get them completely separated, three of the crabs are just like effed up. I mean, I just let them in there because the puffer fish, ate them. And I just took the other crab and I brought it back to the aquarium place. And I'm like, what the? And he's like, oh, you didn't know the pufferfish ate crabs? I was like, no, dumbass. The crabs cost me $6 a piece. The pufferfish were only like $4. Why would I buy feed for a $4 fish that costs more than the fish? Oh, I don't know. I thought you knew. I was like, yeah, you thought I knew. And then we got into this whole argument. And he gave me back the money for the crabs. I gave him back the one that was still alive. But yeah, that was ridiculous. All the fun you have when you got pets. Question number 3. Do you have any tattoos? I do not have any tattoos. There's only one tattoo that I want to get, and this is the design of it right here. Little backstory on that is my mother, her dad was a chaplain in the army, so he was really, he wouldn't let any of his children, get tattoos. And my mom always wanted to have a tattoo of a ladybug because she loved ladybugs, and she always wanted to have a tattoo of a ladybug on her shoulder. So for my 18th birthday, I took my mom down to a tattoo parlor and I got her a ladybug tattooed on her shoulder. And since my mom passed, I haven't done it yet. I don't know. To be honest, what I'm really afraid of is I'm going to go someplace and they're just going to F up the whole tattoo and then I'm just going to like lose it. And I don't want to do that. So I'm waiting until I know there's somebody who can do the tattoo correctly and well, because it's like a memoriam thing for my mom, and if there's like a hair out of place or something, it's gonna look like crap to me, and I don't want that to happen. So that's what my tattoos. What was my favorite cartoon as a child? Well, let me.
Hey, 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 it's Fred Albert, and I'm gonna sing a song for you, and Bill's gonna show you a thing or two. You'll have some fun now with me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing. Gonna have a good time.
It's Bill Cosby coming at you with music and fun, and if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done. So let's get ready, okay? Hey, hey, hey!
Yep, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. That was my favorite cartoon as a kid. Number 5. If I could get the autograph of anyone in a subscription box, whose autograph would it be? Would I like to receive? There are 2 autographs that I would really like to get. So I'm going to do them both because one is living and one is no longer living. Obviously, Mr. Romero would be an awesome autograph to have, which I think is going to be a hard or expensive thing to do from this point forward, because of his passing and whatnot. And I would love to get this picture right here autographed by Miss Berry, because I thought she did a really good job in it, and it's one of the few horror movies that you see done by a top level star when they're a top level star. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just think that's a really cool picture, and I'd like to get that one autographed. So that is it for the comments. Once again, Mr. John, aka jpm11000, congratulations on reaching your annual anniversary, and here's to many more. Thanks for watching. Go sit quietly in the dark.